is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a quick video. I wanted to let you guys know I got some new merchandise available, not just t-shirt anymore. I got different type of t-shirt, different type of shirts and logos that you can purchase on my spread shirt, and also hoodies now. We have expanded and added more to the channel and more merchandise for the brand. Thanks for supporting. It will be in the description and the links will be in the comment section below. Thanks for helping me and supporting the movement. Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis. I'm going to check out the video. What's good, YouTube? Quinn Wade Basketball Analysis coming to y'all with a video for Saturday. Woo! This is going to be an MVP prediction. First, I'm going to run you down my candidates and the people that barely made it. Most likely will get votes. We're going to start off with my top 8. These are just random people that's going to be in the mix throughout the season. Then I'm going to give you my top 5 that definitely will be in MVP race. And I'm obviously going to give you my number 1 player who I think will win MVP. I've been wrong about this award a lot, but I got some right too. So let's have fun with this. Number 8, a person that's going to be in the conversation, Russell Westbrook. He's on a team where they have a lot of talent. They have some weapons. They got the inside. They got a lot of outside. They got the bench players. They have the ability to win 50 games, and he's going to put up numbers. Will that be enough to win MVP? I don't think so. But, you know, Russ is going to put up stats. His team going to win enough games because they have the talent. And that should give him some MVP votes, if not top 5. He's still going to probably get some third, second place votes. Worst case scenario, he get a couple votes from another position. Number 7, which is surprising, Anthony Davis. You guys know on my top 10 players, I had Anthony Davis as one of the top 3 players in the NBA. And the thing that's crazy about AD, he's going to be in the MVP conversation like he is every year. And he should be, because he's going to put up numbers. He's going to get 20 points a game. He's going to get double-digit rebounds. He's going to be efficient from the free throw line and from the field. And that's going to always give him a chance. The problem with AD is he's a great great individual defender. He's a great help defender. But his team is not that great defensively. His team is not that great offensively. I like Alvin Gentry. I like Jrue Holiday. I like some of the pieces they have on his roster. I think they got to build more chemistry. I think they got to identify and figure out what's their identity outside of Jrue Holiday and Anthony Davis. I don't really like their supporting cast as much as other teams, especially in the Western Conference. I think the biggest reason why Anthony Davis don't get more votes for me is I don't think they're going to win that much. If they do make the playoffs, they might be 6th, 7th, or 8th. If they're that, I can't really give him a top 5 MVP. I don't really blame AD because he's going out there busting his ass, working hard, and trying to put as much effort as he can on a basketball court. It's just part of the game. If you get drafted, most likely you're going to a bad team, which means you have to, be that franchise guy. And he has been able to do that, and he's been able to do his thing, and same with Jrue Holiday, even though he's been injured. But you still got to win in this league to have a chance to win that MVP. And if he finished 6th, 7th, or 8th, it's going to be tough for me to say, AD, you put up numbers, but y'all didn't win that much. I personally like AD. He's one of my top 3 players, but that's individually. Steph. I think Steph was barely missed my top 5 list. I know a lot of people calling me crazy, but Steph has been dealing with a lot of injuries these last couple of years. And I'm not going to say they're going to catch up, but at the same time, with DeMarcus Cousins coming back, you still have Klay Thompson looking crazy in summer league. I'm not in preseason. You have Kevin Durant going to do his thing, make the game so cool, calm, smooth, and collective, and just dominate. Steph, he's going to get his numbers. He's going to be efficient, and he's going to be he's going to get votes. But that's mostly because he plays with a great team. He played for a great team. He has a lot of talent, and he's going to put up the numbers. So he's going to get votes because he's going to have the numbers and the wins. Problem is, at the end of the day, I just don't see him being needed as much to really put up MVP type numbers. And that leads me up to number 5, KD. I think I would like to see Kevin Durant win MVP. I would like to see him win more. But the problem with KD is just the same as Steph. It's hard to win MVP when you have this many All-Stars. Like, you have 5 All-NBA All-Star players. Then you have Iguodala and them on the bench. So you got to manage your minutes. You got to play for the playoffs, and you have to try to win as many games as possible. But as we started to see, can KD really win MVP, giving you 25, 7, and 5? He did it, averaging 32, 7, and 5. I don't know if he can do it winning with 25, 7, and 5. The efficiency is going to be there. The free throws going to be there. The dominance going to be there. The win's going to be there. The numbers are not going to be eye-popping because he's playing for a stacked team. Can't have your cake and eat it too. So this is one of the repercussions that he have. He's going to win. He's going to put up decent numbers, but it's not going to be enough to win MVP. Giannis, I got number 4. I'm a Mike Budenholzer believer. He is one of the better offensive coaches, and he has a balanced offense and defense usually with his team. But this team got to buy in conceptually. He can give them schematics. He can give them schemes. It's just all about trusting each other, trusting what the coach is trying to do, building that truth and building that honesty and building that belief. I think they had a talk, and it's just about going out there and getting on the same page. Honestly, I think that Mike Budenholzer is going to get the best out of his roster. He's going to get the best out of his players. We just have to see it. But Giannis is going to put up individual numbers. And if they can get 50 wins in the East, which is possible for this team because they have enough talent and they have a great coach and good coaching staff, the problem is if they don't, Giannis will not be in my top 3 MVP. If he gets another 44, 45, 47 win season, I'm not going to vote Giannis in my top 3. But if he does get the same numbers he did last year, or even better, and they win 50-plus games, you have to start putting Giannis in that MVP conversation. He was doing it last year, but then he fell out. You got to do it the whole year. If he really wants to be up there with AD, Kevin Durant, and LeBron, he's going to have to do this consistently for the rest of his career because these players have been some of the top 5 players for a while. And on top of that, they put up these numbers consistently. And on top of that, these teams have made it out of the first round. Well, those players have made it out of the first round, and they have, won before KD and LeBron. And KD went to the finals, and LeBron went to the finals with not really that much talent. So at the end of the day, that's one thing that's going against Giannis. Number 3, James Harden. This is a player that I think going to have to do more. Chris Paul has been injury prone a lot lately. A lot of people question his max contract because of the injuries and because he couldn't stay healthy. But I like Chris Paul. I believe in this team. I have the Rockets finishing second in the NBA Western Conference, or even in the whole entire NBA. Even if they win 55 wins, that's 10 less than they won last year. If they lose, people say their defense is worse. They're not as good as they was last year. But even if they 10 games worse, that should be able to get them in that top 4. And I think they're going to finish around 57, 58 wins. And if they do that, that should get them second. And even if they got to win closer to 60 to pass up other teams, I still think they got enough to be second or third. That's going to help James Harden case of being the MVP. Plus, he's going to put up the numbers. Carmelo, James Ennis, Chris Paul, Clint Capella, they're going to need somebody to put the ball in the basket. He was able to average 30 points last year. He hasn't slowed down. He doesn't look tired. He looked like he can do it again. And if he's able to get that top 2 seed and he's able to put up some numbers, I don't see why James Harden can't be in that MVP conversation. A lot of people didn't have him winning it this last season, and he was able to come in and prove everybody wrong and finally get that much-deserved MVP. Number 2, LeBron James. He put up crazy numbers last year, especially in the playoffs, so you definitely got to give him credit for that. Even getting that team to the finals was tough, but one thing I say about LeBron is they're going to need him. LeBron is the reason why everybody care about the Lakers right now, even though they always did, but they got more attention. They got more hype. People predicting they make the playoffs. And if LeBron comes in and put up LeBron James numbers and they're winning, people are going to be going crazy. LA is back winning. LeBron is doing LeBron things. They're going to have a chance. The people even saying they're going to the Western Conference Finals. And if he's able to help them win 50 games, which they haven't done in years, and if they can finish in that top 2, 3, 4 spot, and he put up them same numbers like last year or even a little worse, he's going to be in that MVP conversation. The only problem is I think Kawhi Leonard going to do better. If I had to pick an MVP last year, it was Kawhi Leonard. I think Kawhi Leonard will get MVP this year because Nick Nurse, he's not too much different than Dwayne Casey. I don't think we're going to see any drastic things changing with this team. I think they're going to figure some stuff out. They're going to cut and add some certain plays. They got some different personnel, obviously, with Kawhi Leonard being a better three-point shooter and a better defender than DeMar DeRozan. So that does change your offense. That does change your approach. That does change your defense. And I think Kawhi Leonard is a two-time Defensive Player of the Year back-to-back. He's a Finals MVP. He performs in the playoffs. He can be clutch. And he can, alter the game. The thing about LeBron is Kawhi Leonard is a better defender. And I think that this Toronto team is going to win more games than the Los Angeles Lakers, mainly because they're in the East. And if they can win around 57, 59 games like they did last year or even more, then Kawhi Leonard, why wouldn't he not be MVP? If he can put up those numbers that he put up 2 years ago with the Spurs, with this Toronto team, with that similar defense, and they can finish 1 or 2 in the East, you have to give a lot of consideration to a guy like Kawhi Leonard at winning that award. So if I had to pick an MVP based off the rosters right now, not including the trades from now and including the trade deadlines, even the buyout contracts, I think that the Raptors are going to be up there with the Celtics. The only difference is if Kawhi Leonard can do better than DeMar DeRozan and help them win games and still be dominant defensively and being efficient offensively, I'm going to go with Kawhi. I picked him last year. It didn't go right, but if I had to pick one player, I'm picking Kawhi Leonard to win that MVP. And I think he can do it. It's just a matter of going repetition. Consistently win, be dominant, give it all defensively. He's the best two-way player in the league other than Anthony Davis. But at the same time, you have to win. Anthony Davis, I don't think he's going to win 50-plus games this year. And even if he do, I think the Raptors are going to beat him out when it comes to W's. So at the end of the day, I'm picking Kawhi Leonard. Let me know who you guys top 5 is. Let me know who you think gonna win MVP. Let me know who you think I slept on, I overrated, I underrated, or even just check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link in the description, comment section below. Check out my spread shirt. There you can buy t-shirts, hoodies, sweaters. And obviously other accessories that you guys like, pillowcases, cell phones, phone cases, whatever you need, I got you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for watching the video. Thanks for continuing to binge watch. Thanks for continuing to like the videos, and thanks for continuing to be active in the comment section. I read every comment. I see what you guys are saying. And at the end of the day, I enjoy making these videos. You guys enjoy watching, so I got to continue. Quinn Wade, Basketball Analysis, I'm gone. And let me know who y'all top 5 or even MVP is coming up for this season.